Hi, my name is Kevin Casone. You're watching TV Amenia, a YouTube channel that tries to talk about public issues and expose things that go on within the town. This video is about a contradiction in what our supervisor says. You're about to see the video. This is sort of an extra addendum that I'm putting on in front of the video you're about to see, because I didn't have the times. This issue came up at last Thursday's, that's September 3rd, 9/3/15 board meeting. The times are, when it came up in just last Thursday's meeting, the times are, okay, the 9/3 board meeting, it came up at 1 hour into the meeting. So, 1 hour, 2 minutes and 50 seconds. That's when we find out we do have fees. If you go back on Amenia TV, the official town website, to the 9/20 meeting, oh, not 9/20, 8/20 meeting, August 20th, you'll find out at 1 hour, this is into the meeting, 1 hour, 32 minutes and 43 seconds, where they say there were no fees. And again, at 1 hour, 33 minutes and 27 seconds, where they say there were no fees. At the Thursday meeting, 9/3, Councilwoman Hitzelberger, while being talked over by Victoria Parati, said, oh, so there are fees. Late fees are fees. There are all sorts of late fees and interest rates and other things that were charged. It's not just the 3 flat rates. You know, both Marco D'Antonio and Victoria Parati saying, those are the only fees we have. Anyway, I cover all that in the next video. This is just a prefix I'm adding on the day after I recorded it, because the 9/3 town board meeting, Thursday, September 3rd, was only posted this morning, today, September 7th. Thank you. Hi, it's Kevin Casone, and this is your YouTube channel, TV Amenia. Tonight, remember I told you all the videos on this channel will be broken down into 3 categories. Board meetings of Amenia town boards that you normally don't see, zoning, planning, and special town board meetings, and 2 other categories. Fact-based videos, the MTA tower, sewer system, that we will try to keep all commentary out of, political commentary. And then political commentary videos. Well, this is most definitely the 3rd category, political commentary. The Republican primary is coming up next Thursday, September 10th. I'm not a registered Republican, I'm an independent. But since our town election for supervisor is basically being decided this coming Thursday, unless we have a write-in, I feel compelled to speak out. People say, and this is part 2, I have a previous video on lies about health care and Victoria Parati having the town pay her supplemental. I have vouchers to prove it. Go back and watch that video. Maybe I'll call them part 1 and 2. So this is part 2. How she can't even tell the truth about how long somebody's speaking at the podium when she's staring at a clock. I mean, incapable of telling the truth, even when it's right there in front of her face. This one is about the water law. Now, it came up at this last Thursday's meeting, 9/3. I can't tell you the exact time into the meeting the water discussion came up. It was in the 2nd hour. The whole meeting was 2 hours, 5 minutes. It might even have been the last half hour, but definitely the last hour. Went from 8 to 10:05, 7 to 9:05. If you've seen the rebroadcast on channel 22. Anyway, they were talking about fees. This new water law, which, by the way, we don't need the new water law because all of it's covered under state law. It's just a complete waste of time. We don't need it. If it ain't fixed, as they say, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. I almost flipped that. As you see, we don't have a script here. Now, 2 weeks ago, at the previous board meeting, August 20th, now this one is on YouTube, so I was able to get to you the exact time. August 20th on YouTube, youtube.com// Amenia TV, the town official YouTube site. See, we're TV Amenia. The town is Amenia TV. The boobs didn't even know. Get all the names that sound like yours and own those also. But they didn't. Now I own TV Amenia. So an hour, 34 minutes and 2 seconds into that YouTube video, you will hear a discussion where Victoria Parati says there are no other fees associated with your water bill. It's just your water bill, the overages, and that's it. Councilwoman Hitzelberger said, no, there are other fees. I want to know what all the other fees are. No, Councilwoman Hitzelberger, I mean, you must be delusional. There are no other fees. Let's fast forward now to last Thursday's meeting, 9/3. You watch it, this second hour in, like I said, it's not on YouTube yet, so I can't tell you the exact time. And I don't feel like watching that whole meeting again on TV. And the discussion came up. Now, Councilwoman Hitzelberger was spoken over, but when Victoria talks about how there's a 4% late fee that accrues per month for your quarterly bill, I don't know why it just wouldn't be 4% a quarter. You know, like the next billing cycle, people accrue interest on a monthly schedule when the bills go out monthly. When they go out quarterly, usually that's how the penalties accrue. But forgetting that little minor detail, you hear Victoria talking about 4% interest, and you'll hear under her voice, which is how you have to listen sometimes to hear other people on that town board, you'll hear Councilwoman Hitzelberger saying, oh, so there are other fees. So 2 weeks earlier, she's swearing up and down there are no other fees. 8:20, hour 34 minutes and 2 seconds in. And then on 9/3, second hour of the meeting, oh, we're talking about all the other fees they already charge. Now they want to charge more fees. They want to have the late fee 10%, which is just mercenary. Now the lawyer said technically it's not usury. Still, I can use the adjective mercenary. That's an opinion. It's not technically usury, but that's a lot of money, 10%. I actually agree in this instance with Councilwoman Doyle saying it's going to bury people and they're never going to be able to work their way out. People said, well, Central Hudson does that. First of all, you think they'd quote our own utility, because in Amenia we have NICEAG, not Central Hudson. But the power companies have payment plans. You can get a payment plan, and if you get 3 months behind, you owe them $500, and you can take the next 6 to 12 months to pay that off in small monthly payments, and then you just stay current on your bills. We're not offering that option. So anyway, again, the hypocrisy of, at one meeting say we have no other fees, you know, Councilwoman X, you're just crazy. And then the very next meeting, they talk about the other existing fees. I'm sorry, I call that lying. And if you don't want to call that a lie, well, you're delusional. When you lie, you should be called a liar. Victoria Parati, between this and the last video, I have you on camera doing 3 bald-faced lies. Bald-faced lies. I don't think we should re-elect a bald-faced liar. And I'm going to come up with more. I could come up with 10 or 20 easy that are on camera. It just takes me time to research all the previous YouTube videos. And I have my own copies, Victoria, so don't bother deleting them, because I know that's the next thing you're thinking. Get on the phone to Mike Flinton. Get those off YouTube. We can say we're only going to keep the last 6 months. Liar. And Mike Delengo, no matter what you think of the man, I think he's a good, honest, decent person. He will never use governmental power to go after people. He might misspeak something. And and people will say, oh, it's unfair, Kevin, to call this a lie. I'm not talking about an accidental misspeaking. I know what that is. You know what that is. This is not, oops, I made a mistake. Maybe, I'll even give her credit, maybe the Wardle thing when she said there were no other fees. Although, when it came to the interest rate, she said fee, the interest fee. Which immediately made me sit up in my chair as I was watching the meeting. But she's gone after people, like in the previous video about her line, when she went after John Fenton, because he wouldn't write phony tickets. He wouldn't harass people with phony building inspection tickets. And by phony, I mean there's no law you can quote. He would say, well, tell me what law they're breaking, because I have to write that on the ticket. They broke law 123/ABC. I have to put that on the ticket. She in the Bill Health Department, and I know this happened to several people in town, they said, forget that, just cite them. He said, I'm not going to cite somebody and put my license at risk if I don't know what rule, code, law they're breaking. We can't have get them government, get that person. That's not why we elect people to town boards, so they can get you. Victoria Parati believes in getting you. Mike Delengo does it. And to me, that's the whole issue. Is somebody going to abuse their power, or is somebody going to use their power beneficently? Vote Mike Delengo.